rushing around like a chicken with my head cut off. Had to go. I didn't have to, but I had an appointment to go donate blood after work, and so that usually takes a little bit. And then he wanted. Well, they were short 2 units, and they were getting ready to shut down. And they said, if we get 2 more units, we'll have our goal. So they asked me, "What do you want to donate today?" I said, "Blood." No, I didn't. But they asked me if I'd do a double unit, and I said, "I got to be out of here by a certain time, or we'll get you out by that time." So they did. They did. Mm-hmm. So then I go to Sonic to pick up the order. I ordered on the app 30 minutes earlier, and I still had to wait 10, almost 15 minutes to get my order.
That's ridiculous.
And so I get home, and luckily I've got the lights. Oh, speaking of that, let me move a light. I'm kind of out of sorts right now because I was kind of in a hurry. All right, there we go. So, how was your day?
Oh, it's just peachy, bro.
Here's the boo-boo.
The vampire came to see you?
Yeah. He did. So, we'll talk about the Royal Rumble tonight. After we take care of some business.
Yep.
I had to scramble because, like I said, I was running behind. I got a belt of the week I wasn't planning on, so I hope it's clean. Didn't have a chance to clean it. That picture you posted in the chat, man.
That's what I shared with you guys yesterday. Remember earlier?
Yeah.
Baby got back.
I didn't get a good look at it till just now.
I'm gonna do the Gunther.
The Gunther?
Yep.
Oh,
he's the Ric Flair slap.
That ain't got all.
This is the grandpa.
The grandpa.
The grandpa, get out of my front yard.
Right.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's something I left off on the show tonight because I just had to throw everything together the last second. I just didn't have the day I planned on having. I planned on getting off work early. That didn't work out. So
Royal Rumble.
I mean, I got off work on time.
I gotta say, guys, you very rarely are gonna hear me say this. I watched last night's Dynamite, and I have to say it was really good.
Cool.
I saw something.
You're talking about with Tony Storm. The rest of it.
Not just that. The opening was pretty good too.
Tony Storm.
Jay Wade was standing there.
No, she wore.
I put it in the chat. The video with her.
That green gear she wore last night.
She dressed up as that other chick.
Oh, Mariah.
There it is, Mark.
Dressed up as Mariah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is, Mark.
Okay. Oh, I did see that. I just didn't open the video.
Dude.
Oh, she's knocking Mariah May.
Her butt must have grew like 10 more inches.
Those 10
yeah, she's added some pounds on the back.
No, she added it back. That's her WWE body.
Oh, okay.
She had lost a lot. She went to AEW,
Tony Storm
in it. So,
I didn't know Tony Storm was in WB.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was in NXT.
NXT.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
NXT UK for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
And then when UK shut down, her push went away.
Yeah.
That's why she left.
Okay.
Now, that was a Vince McMahon cut. I don't think Triple H would have cut her.
No, it was him. Because remember, they moved her up to the main roster, and she wasn't up on the main roster long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't give her any good storylines either.
No, they had her running around, jobbing out the people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I got a little bit of a headache today. I don't know what's up with that, but had a little bit of a backache. That's gone now, but now I got a headache.
I'm still feeling like crap, but I'm here.
Yeah. So we got some business to take care of the first hour. Then we'll get to Royal Rumble and whatever else comes up in the second hour. And we'll do the belt of the week, their usual thing, and then we'll take care of business.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got to mention the reuniting of Enzo Amore and Big Cass on the Jericho cruise.
I did not know about that. Now we also got to talk about Charlotte Flair.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of reuniting, the opposite of reuniting.
Is she a heel or a face?
She's a heel.
Don't go face.
What she said on Raw, it has to be heel.
Don't say face and Charlotte Flair in the same sentence because she's had some work done.
Yeah.
Nah, Charlotte?
Just whatever you do, don't mention her butt.
Oh, okay.
What butt?
All right, let's get the show started.
A deep.
Hey everyone, this is Ben Walker from Championship Belt Brothers. Spanning the Globe starts now.
Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's time to go spanning the globe. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Mark Maggard. I am your host for tonight. And I want to remind everybody, since I'm a little out of source today, I'm running a little bit behind. I got a little late start. So I want to remind everybody this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Belt Leathering, by Ashley Southern Designs. And Ashley's watching. Hello, Ashley. And by Unique Championship Belts. And I would like to also give a special shout out to the Double Dropkick podcast. That is Kevin Davenport. He does a great show. It's on every Tuesday night, some Saturdays when he has his incredible interviews. So be sure you give them a like and subscribe. You can find them on the Double Dropkick. I can't say it fast 5 times. Double Dropkick podcast channel on YouTube. You can find him on Instagram, and you can also find it in Wide World of Belts. He's also broadcasting there as well. So appreciate that. And if you're watching us on YouTube, that portion of the show is made possible by the Brothers Kayfabe podcast. Be sure you give them a like. They are on not YouTube. They're on Apple Podcasts and on Linktree. And they like to talk ECW and WWE wrestling. So without further ado, I would like to bring on my co-hosts. As soon as I find my links here. There it is. Mr. Richard Ward, a.k.a. the Warden, the Hardcore God. Hello.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Thursday night.
It is. Always good. It's Thursday night every night. I also want to bring on from the Love Those Wrestling Belts Facebook group, Mr. Andy Bolger. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Good. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Ben Walker from Championship Belt Brothers. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good day, everyone.
Let's say hello to some of our viewers tonight. Oh, Mark Laverty slipped in the first place slot. Hello, Mark Laverty.
Hey, Mark.
Cuddles.
Time stamped it and all. Look at that.
Time stamp. Yeah, he did.
He's making it official.
He was still a little bit late. I set this up at
Hey, Cuddles, you don't have to timestamp it, bro. It timestamps it for us.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Mr. Kirk Hall.
Hey,
What's
Kirk.
up, Kirk?
What's up,
All
Kirk?
right, you slipped in second tonight. Platinum
Yeah.
Swords. Hello.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Platinum?
All right. Mendoza Craft.
What's up,
Antonio?
Mendoza?
What's up?
Drank your beer.
Drank it.
There's Kevin. Hello,
Hey,
Double
Kev.
Drop.
Double drop kick in the house.
Oh.
Megan's watching us
Megan. We're on the big
What's
screen.
up?
on the big screen. Hope so.
She said we are, so
Jim Mills
What's
doing some
up,
amazing
James?
leather work.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
He sends me pictures of some of his work. He's coming along.
Doing
good.
great work.
But he doesn't do it for other people. He only does it for himself.
Hey, that's how it starts.
Yeah.
It's a way to get
That's
started.
started me. Yeah. He's Liberty saying hello to Megan. She's married. She's married.
He's taking Mark. Sorry.
She has Netflix, but she's married.
Yeah. He wants to rock and roll on it. He wants to rock and roll on that party every day.
Yeah. Well, we're getting every minute updates on Mark, aren't we?
We are, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, we
See?
are on the big screen. Okay.
Awesome.
We're good.
Hello, Jason Cortez.
What's going on,
What's
brother?
up, Jason?
How you doing,
Heard from
buddy?
him. Heard from him today. Chris Rains. Hello, Chris.
Yes.
What's up, Chris?
Kevin O'Keefe. Hello.
What's up?
Kevin.
Kevin Keith. What's up,
I
buddy?
have to sit there
What's going
thinking
on,
about the names because they don't use the real names on some of these YouTube channels.
Mhm.
But we are happy to have you watch. He's another great leather guy.
He
Yep.
sure is.
You're number one in our book too.
Oh boy, slow down.
I was reading ahead on the comments.
Slow down.
Yeah. It's Ricky
What's up,
Hernandez.
Ricky?
Hello.
Ricky.
Hello.
What's up,
What's up?
Ricky? How's it going, boy?
Check him out for restoning paint.
What's up?
Yeah.
Mendoza.
Hello, Dorte. Jeff Dorte.
Duarte. What's
Jeff.
up?
What's up, Dorothy?
Speaking of Ashley Southern Designs, there she is. Hello.
Hey, Ashley. Hey,
My
Rylan.
baby, it's my baby girl. We've been Facebook friends for 15 years today. And
Ashley.
we've known each other twice as long.
Mhm.
I was here or there when she entered the world. Bonjour.
I bet you
Tamaj.
were.
What's up, Tamaj?
That's the rumor.
It happens, Ethan. You know.
You must have one of those Excedrin headaches.
Yeah, I got a headache this big, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you whose name was written on it.
Let me see your finger. I'll take it away.
Kevin, I appreciate that, but I think I'll pass. Lisa says hello, but she's sleeping. She's sleeping during the show. Wake her up. That's not acceptable.
Did she say hello in
the
her
show,
sleep?
Chris? Come
Yeah.
on.
She said she
What's
slept.
up, man?
Yeah, that happened to me a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
I didn't read it. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that happened to me a couple weeks ago. I slipped and banged my knee.
hope she's better soon.
Yeah. Hope she's
Yeah,
okay.
man. I hope
Yeah.
it feels better.
CJ Smith,
Estoy bien.
Wrestling Bonkers from
What's
What's
up,
going
watching
on,
from
Wrestling
the UK.
Bonkers?
Bonkers?
What's up, bunkers?
Watcher from the
Okay.
UK. We appreciate
All
that.
right.
We are truly worldwide. Speaking of
Yeah.
worldwide,
There it is.
there it is. Nor, hello, Nor. Lane Ledford, hello.
What's going
What's
on,
up,
Lane?
Lane?
What's up?
Mike Nelson.
Hey,
He's,
Mike, how's it
Come
going,
on,
man?
Mike.
he's become quite
What's
the
up, Mike?
regular watcher. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
There we go. I'm gonna let them work it out in the mosh pit. Nick Carnivale.
Nick
made it-
Carnivale, what's up, buddy?
What's
What's
up,
up,
Nick?
brother?
He make it. He had a business meeting or something like that. He
Yeah,
talked
man.
to or I don't know if he talked to him, but he was in the same Zoom meeting with Bill Gates today.
Wow.
Congrats.
Should have asked him for some money. He gives up money.
going on, Mike?
Good
What's
evening.
going on, Skull Man?
What's up, Skullman?
Oh, Mike
Oh, man,
Patullo.
what's
Sorry,
up?
Mike Patullo. Sorry about that. I was
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
all right. Good read. Yeah, we
Nice.
check that out.
We'll look for a book report in the morning.
Yeah, my loss, Kevin. Chris
What's up,
Thurmo,
Chris?
how you doing?
Oh,
Hey, Chris.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is a family show.
Get a room, you two.
All right. Is that all you're keeping on her? There we go.
Uh-oh.
I
Hey,
hope
now.
she gets to feel better.
he says it's a family show, and then he says that.
Yeah, well,
What's going on here?
Slow down, Mr. Maggart.
so I thought maybe his
Not the second hour yet.
robe or something was on her. I didn't know. So let's talk about the belt of the week we have this week. And I've had a pretty busy week. I haven't had time to really prepare a belt of the week, so I didn't shoot a video. So I'm just gonna put it up on camera here. Let me go full screen. I'll scroll up. Got some videos in the way here. There we go. This is the 10 pounds of silver, aka the NWA U.S. Heavyweight Championship, made popular in the Mid-Atlantic back in the 80s. This is I think the third version of this title. It was originally painted red and blue, and the paint wore off over time. This is the plates were made by Unique Championship Belts, our sponsor. It's got the stacked medallion on top. It's hard to see in this from this angle, but it's there. And I didn't get a chance to clean this belt. It's on my leather. It's on a lace strap, laced leather strap. And I noticed some of the finishes coming off on one side of it, by the other end. There's a maker stamp. The maker stamp right there. And just so you don't feel shortchanged, here is the back of the belt. Pretty proud of my backings.
The best backing in the business.
Speaking of massaging, Kevin was talking about massaging earlier. Kevin O'Keefe. I massaged the back of these of the straps
Chris.
around the screws or the mounts here, just so they'll lay down nice and round there.
Did it moan?
And it's got the grommets on. Oops. Got the grommets on it, and it needs to be cleaned. I didn't get a chance to clean it.
That's still a good looking belt.
Yeah, I was running behind. I had to run home and just grab the belt and threw it out there. Okay, so there's your belt of the week. Oh, I also have a couple belts for sale. Much to the chagrin of somebody, which we'll talk about a little bit later. I don't have the pictures up. I deleted the pictures. I have a NWA Georgia Television Championship made popular in the Georgia territory. Yeah. I don't have the picture. I deleted it last week to make room for some other pictures. I forgot to upload. I'm running behind. But I have a Georgia TV. It's the 10 pounds of paint, also known as the crayon belt by Unique Championship Belts. It's on my leather. I'm asking $275 ship for that. And I also have a Hogan 86 CNC dual-plated belt by Great Custom Belts. It's on their leather, and I'm asking $300 ship for that. And I've shown these.
Anthony.
I've shown these belts many, many times on the show, which upsets a few people, but who cares? It's my show. But if you're interested in these belts, I will put them up on the sales post tomorrow. I will also try to upload the pictures maybe during this first hour while we're talking. And I'll show them in the second hour. So I'd like to get rid of these belts because I need the room. I don't need the money. So hush your mouth. But I would like to make room for some other belts. So if you are in need of any of those belts, please hit me up. All right. I think that's pretty much all the belt business, isn't it?
The last comment is Antonio Myers.
Huh?
Antonio Myers. That's the comment we're on right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right. And Chris Raines loves it. Yeah, Wade. I shipped Wade a belt that I related for him, a dome globe, beautiful dome globe. I shipped it to him. I dropped it off on the 16th or 17th of January, and it was scanned in Oklahoma City on the 17th, and then it showed moving through the system as of January the 22nd. It has not been seen since. I have it insured, and I went in there a couple weeks ago, and she said, let me check on it. I'll send him an email, and we'll find out something. So I went back last Friday afternoon, and she said it usually takes a week from when I send the email before you see movement. It still has not moved. So, Wade, I will go back in there tomorrow afternoon, and I will check on that belt. And if I have to, I will file a claim. But I want you to get that belt. I told her, I said, I worked hard on that leather. You spend a lot of money on the plates and the leather. I'd rather just get the belt. And she understands.
You got that?
So I'm going to start using UPS when I ship belts. I shipped one in one of those USPS boxes. UPS will not use USPS boxes, so I turned it inside out and shipped it. And I got one UPS to a guy. I shipped it Friday. He got it on Tuesday.
Nice.
So yeah. Stop shipping with USPS. It's terrible. So
I usually use FedEx or UPS.
Yeah. Yeah, but Wade, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can do, but if I have to file the claim, I'll file the claim. But I'd rather the belt just show up. But I'll check on it tomorrow. Yeah, UPS is actually cheaper too. Even with insurance, it's cheaper. So, okay. So let's get to the meat of the matter. Some of you may know. Some of you may not know. I didn't know about it till the day after it aired. Let me back up. Last week on this show, I spoke about a scamming incident that occurred with this guy, and I'm not going to rehash all of it. He reached out to me, asked me for help. I talked about the story last week. He didn't like how it was handled. because I washed my hands of the situation. I was getting frustration from both sides of the issue, and I just washed my hands of it. Said it was a he said thing, uh, and I wish you both the best of luck. And I meant that. I don't take any of that back. And this guy was upset, and I never mentioned his name. Did I?
Mhm.
Not that I recall.
I watched the show last night, rewatched it, never mentioned his name. I mentioned the situation on Kevin's show the night 2 nights before. Didn't mention the guy's name, and I took a few liberties with this guy because he gave me some very unkind words, to say the least, to put it lightly. To let me know how he was unhappy with me saying it was a he said situation. He thought I was taking sides with a scammer. I wasn't taking any sides. I didn't know either party, and so he blocked me. And I think I mentioned this on the show, but the one thing I left out was the guy's name, and I did that on purpose, out of respect, because I didn't want to humiliate the guy. I didn't want to humiliate the guy. But it was a scamming situation. It needed to be told. So the next day, Friday, I am approached by a couple of people that told me that this guy, and I'm going to name him now because he's put his name out there, Mr. Jonathan Michael. He reached out to them and was calling me a lying snake. I didn't tell the truth. As a matter of fact, after Kevin's show, he went to Kevin, said Mark lied about the situation. I didn't tell the whole story, but he said I lied about the situation. I'm a backstabber, and I abandoned him or something like that. So Kevin tells me about it. Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. But he went to some other guys, and they reach out to me and say, "What is this guy's problem?" And so he's got me blocked. But I wanted to know why he was going behind my back to other people's inboxes to basically trash my name. I didn't mention his name. He outed himself. So, and I liken this to a situation where, let's say I go to the mall and I walk into the public restroom. You guys know where I'm going with this. I walk into a public restroom. I open the stall and there's some guy in there playing with himself. And I come on the show to say, hey, I went to the mall and I caught this guy in the bathroom pleasuring himself, but I don't say the guy's name. That same guy goes and tells all his buddies, hey, he was talking about me last night. He outed himself. How dumb do you have to be? But he went and told people that he was the one I was talking about, and he was very upset with me. He called me a snake. He called me a liar, said I misrepresented the situation, and that's putting it kindly. So I tried to reach out to him, but he blocked me to find out, what's your problem? Maybe we can work this out. And by the way, on the show last week, I did apologize for hurting his feelings. He said I hurt his feelings. And so I even apologized on the show. I didn't notice that when I rewatched it. You go back and watch last week's episode. It's the first 20 minutes of the show. And so he had me blocked, so I couldn't reach out to him. So what I did, because I know he's got friends, they've been messaging me, I put a post on Wild World of Belts. And I said something to the effect of, if anyone in here knows Jonathan Michael, would you please ask him to unblock me, because he's going around to people's inboxes and saying some very, I can't remember what I said, talking not very nice about me. And I would like to have a conversation with him. And I do. And so someone reached out to him and said, hey, you need to block this guy. And used a word I won't repeat on here. It's a family show, but it was a female anatomy piece. And so thank you. Oh, I just realized who that is. I'm not used to that name. Sorry. So I was watching, and he unblocked me. In the meantime, somebody sends him a screenshot of my post. And so, as soon as I saw him unblock me, I took the post down because it served its purpose. So I took this opportunity because by this point, I'm angry. I tried to keep this private. He wanted to make it public. So I lit into him. And I don't remember what all I said. I've got screenshots of the whole conversation. And I let him know I didn't appreciate it. I tried to help you. You didn't want my help. You slow rolled me on this stuff. And I just let him know how I felt. And he comes back telling me I'm full of full of that. And I'm a snake. I'm a liar. I backstabbed him. I took that scammer side. Just all sorts of horrible things. And so, and as he stated, I called him an idiot. I didn't call him an idiot on the show. I called him an idiot in that PM after he agitated me. And so he was upset because I kicked him out of my group. I kicked him out of the group because he blocked me. And you cannot block an admin in the groups. At least my group. I think Ben has the same rule. Isn't that right? Your group.
Yeah, you block an admin, you're done.
Yeah,
You're
it's automatic. It's
in my group too.
It's to protect the members of the groups.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to make sure that's made clear. It wasn't out of a power trip. It wasn't out of an ego trip. It wasn't a power move or anything like that. He simply broke a rule, and when you break a rule, out you go. That's how it works. So I thought that was the end of it. He said, "I'll get you, and your little dog too." So I didn't hear anything for a couple of days. I don't think I heard anything over the weekend, except one guy messaged me and said he sent me a screenshot of their conversation. He said, "What is this little baby's problem?" So it's not me. It's not me. So the weekend goes by. I have a commitment on Monday evenings, first Monday of the evening of the week, first Monday of the month. I have a commitment. I was not home. I was doing something that we call life outside the hobby. Did my thing, come home, talk to the guys. I went to bed. I get up in the morning. I'm starting to get messages in my inbox. And somebody said, "Did you watch BAM last night?" I said, "No, I didn't know they were on." He said, "They were talking about you." I said, "Oh, that's nice." He said, "No." He said, "They were talking trash about you." I said, "Why would they be talking trash about me? What did I do to them?" So somebody else hits me up. He said, "You got to go watch BAM." I said, "Yeah, I know. I heard they were talking about me." He said, "Oh, they're not talking about you. They are throttling you." I said, "What about?" They said, "This Jonathan Michael is on their show." I said, "Oh, okay. I know what this is about now." Okay. So to summarize this guy approached me for help. I attempted to help him. He didn't like the way I helped him. He was kind of fighting me on this deal. I was trying to advocate for him. He asked me for my advice. The only advice I could give him is go post it in the scammers groups. And I invited him to come on the show. He didn't want to come on the show. He's camera shy. He goes to bed early. I said, "Well, I'll talk about it on the show." Got to thinking about it. I'll talk about the scamming situation, and then he could put it on the post. I referred him to Scammers of the Belt. I also referred him to Belt's Most Wanted Scammers. He said, "Is that Guido's group?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "No way. I don't want any part of that." I said, "Well, okay, fine." So, long story short, that deal, he gave me some information. It was incomplete. The scammer's commenting on his post he put on there. I'm trying to confront the scammer, thinking I could save a Thursday night show and do it now. And the scammer was giving the information that was contradictory to what this Jonathan was giving. I said, "Hey, Jonathan," and he's watching the post. He's watching the post. And he's telling me, "This guy's making me mad." I said, "Well, go tell him." He said, "No, I don't want to fool with it." Well, if you want to fool with it, I'm not going to fool with it. And that's when I put the he said thing up. And apparently on this BAM show, and that's Carmine Sabia, Mike Hollencheck, those guys. They took this guy on as a problem child, or a project child. I'm sorry, project child, but he is a problem child. And apparently, because of what happened, I have been labeled a bully. And I want to get serious about this. I don't want to make light of this because this is serious, because some serious stuff was said. Some very serious stuff was said. A threat was made. And anybody that knows me knows that, I can't, you can threaten me all you want to, but I don't deal well with threats. I just don't. But we're not going to entertain that. We're going to address this as what it is. What it is. Let me give a little background. Carmine Sabia and I, we became acquainted, I want to guess around 2018, 2019, somewhere around in there. Does that sound about right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And over the course of time, we became friends. He had me on the BAM show. I was a guest on there, or guest host for some time. And I knew then Carmine was controversial. I'm getting a little echo in my microphone, so if I stutter, that's why. He helped me out a couple times, and I want to give credit where credit is due. Carmine helped me out a couple times, and these two situations I will never forget. I will never forget these. I had a situation with a guy over leather. He was disagreeing with me. He was hounding me, and I said, "Hey, I'll just ship your plates back to you." And the guy said, "Well, I'll ruin your business if you scratch my plates." And he was threatening to expose me for being incompetent, I guess. So I just happened to mention in the band chat. I used to be in the band chat, and Carmine, and at that time Eddie Williams, before he was exposed for being a scammer, they said, "Hey, come on, Bam, and we'll let you tell your story." And I did, and the guy backed down, and I appreciated that. So fast forward 2 years ago this month, actually, on the 28th of February, my dad passed away, and most of you know this. I got a gift basket in the delivered to me, not in the mail, but Flower Shop brought me a gift basket full of chocolates and things like that, comfort food from Carmine, Mike, Carmine's girlfriend, Stacy. She's lovely, lovely lady. Joe Rotunda and a couple of people. I'm sorry, I forgot their names. They reached out to comfort me when I lost my dad, and I will never forget that. I greatly appreciate that. Now, that being said, I'm in some other group chats, and there's a lot of other people talk, and I'm in some of these groups. Some of them I'm not in anymore. That are trashing Mike, they're trashing Carmine, and I'm sitting there, in the middle of this, and I won't partake in this. And you guys can vouch for this. I've been in these chats with you guys,
Yep.
and I brought this up. I said I will not talk ill of these guys because they did a kind thing for me.
Hmm?
Is that not correct?
It's
Several
true.
times.
Many times, yes.
Yeah, I said, and checks the mail, by the way. No, I never spoke ill, but I wasn't going to condemn anybody else for having an opinion because Carmine, he's controversial. He never shies away from that, so he welcomes the criticism. Well, a couple of years ago, I can't remember where I was at. I was either on vacation or I was gone I couldn't make a show. Richard wanted to do the show. Richard loves the show. He's devoted to the show, and he decided to host the show in my absence, and I let him do it. This is where Ben came on. We had Andy, we had Lane, and was I on the show? Because I remember Carmine came on.
You were on vacation, and you
made an appearance from your vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because we were going over how to run it.
Yeah.
On
yeah.
there.
So,
Yeah.
Right. So I get off the show, and I start watching. Carmine comes in and starts making the rounds and starts taking shots at the guys. One of them, and I want to respect his privacy. I won't name him, but one of them is in a wheelchair. Some of you know who I'm talking about. One was in a wheelchair, and Carmine took a shot at him. Not for being in the wheelchair. Okay, not for being in the wheelchair, because you couldn't see the wheelchair. He likes to hold the camera close, and Carmine just took some shots at his appearance because he did have the camera up close, and that's just Carmine doing Carmine stuff. And I didn't appreciate it. The guys didn't appreciate it, and I apologized to those guys, and I held back. And just one day, I think it was in February, 2 years ago, Carmine and I were talking about something in a private chat, and I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something." And what is it? And so I told him, I said, "I don't think you realize this." I said, "But one of the guys you're talking about is in a wheelchair." And he said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I said, "Well, don't apologize to me," And he said, "Well, what can I do?" I said, "Well, they're pretty sore at you, and you guys can tell me how you feel. I wasn't there." But he said, "I would like to apologize to the guy sometimes." So I said, "Well, I have to check with him." And you guys told me you really didn't want to, go with that. So, but he knew that he'd gone over the line. Then we do a show or I guess I was on vacation again. You're doing a show. After the show, Carmine goes live. He's laughing. He's joyous and delighted, and he's watching our show. I guess the replay, and he's critiquing you guys again. And one of the words he said, I think he was talking about Richard. He said that he looked like one guy looks like a prison inmate. Isn't that what he said? Something along.
I look like I was in the pen.
Yeah. And I don't remember what it was he said about Andy. I don't think he named you guys. He took shots at both of you, and that's always stuck with me. You know, he did these kind things for me, which are greatly appreciated, will never be forgotten. I'll always appreciate those things, but it doesn't excuse you for bad behavior.
Oh, one of my best friends needed a shower too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the comments. I'm trying to focus on what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay on task here.
I got you.
So this has bothered me for quite a while, and then late last year we're in, and Carmine bought a Classic Shields Dome Globe for me. Paid me good money for it. He loved it. You know, I was glad to get it gone because, you know, I'm not going to rehash the situation with Classic Shields. They just didn't bring me any joy anymore. So he took that off my hands. And I appreciated that. And then we end up somehow in the same chat group with some guys who have a common person that they're talking about, because this guy's going after everybody. And so Carmine's in this group, Mike's in this group, and we're just having our fun, poking fun at this guy and a couple of people, because you got to vent. We're not going to take this public. Just talk amongst ourselves. That's what we do as friends. We talk about people. And so one day I get up and I go to check the chat, and I see some comments there by a couple of people aimed at Carmine saying, "You leaked stuff in this chat." And next thing I know, that chat is shut down. We're all removed from the chat.
We all got booted.
Same
day. Yep.
Yeah. So Carmine goes live, says he's not upset about it, but he goes on a rant for about an hour, complaining about being kicked out of this group that he doesn't care about. I guess the leak, as I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember this stuff, but I think supposedly some stuff we were talking about in the chat somehow got on PTM. Is that right?
I think so.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Or somebody in PTM.
Somebody within. That's how it was explained to me.
Okay. I can't remember, but
we don't have a problem with we don't have a problem with those guys. I want to state that right now.
No. Matt Panetta was the name that was brought up. Now I want to make it clear. I have had a conversation with Matt Panetta. He and I have worked things out. We're not going to be the best of friends. We agreed to disagree on some things, but we had a great conversation. I'm not taking shots at Matt Panetta. I'm not. I know some people have, but next thing we know, Carmine goes live with Matt Panetta, the guy he allegedly leaked this information to. So that wasn't my fight. I just had to be in the audience when this happened, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But
I decided at that point in time, I've had enough. He keeps taking shots at you guys for no good reason. He's leaking information out of a chat to some people who dislike some people that's in that chat. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And
that's who booted everybody. He kicked all of us out.
Yeah. Ethan removed me.
Right. He kicked all of us out.
Yeah. I was able to go back and read some of the chat, and I kind of got an idea, but he wasn't booted from the group. We were all booted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided at that point, he can't be trusted. He calls me friend, he calls me brother, yet he's going to take shots at my friends. And let me add this. Carmine gave me my start. Carmine is the reason for this show. I got my teeth. What's that word? That's the phrase.
You cut your teeth.
I cut my teeth on BAM. And decided, I enjoyed it so much, but I want to have a little bit more control over it, because I'm into production. I like to be creative, and I've done some creative things here. Kevin has done some great creative things for me. I just like to have a nice production. So I decided at that point, I've had enough. I unfriended Mike. And another reason I unfriended Mike, well, one, because he's with Carmine, but two, because he cannot stop taking shots at Gianni Martello. Every chance he gets, and sorry, Gianni, I'll bring your name up, but, he's been told, I told Carmine, he's quit doing that. But these veil shots, and I don't even know what the hatred's about. I don't know what the hatred's about.
Yep.
So I decided at that point in time, I've had enough. You're taking shots at my guys. You're taking shots at my show, which by the way, 2 years ago, February 28th, we won a BAMI for best podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that comes into play a little bit later. And I didn't lobby for this. I jokingly lobbied for it, but we were awarded best podcast of the year by the BAM crew. So I unfriended both of them, didn't block them. I don't hate those guys. I just don't want to be associated with people who are going to stab me in the back by making fun of me and making fun of my friends. I'm just not going to do it. Didn't say a word. And I haven't said anything public about those guys. I haven't said anything bad about them in private. I told people why I unfriended them. That's it. But I'm not going to sit there and partake in some of the and those guys will be shocked and horrified at some of the stuff that's been said and made up on them. There's some memes out there. There's some videos out there. And I think some might start to come to light. I don't know. But I've seen them. And but anyway, fast forward to Monday night. I'm told that Carmine took on this Jonathan Michael as a project against me because he's angry with me. And the reason why I know this is because this was his guest. He was going to tell this kid's story about being bullied by me on this show in the PMs, and that was his little vehicle to attack me. But before he brings his guest on, he takes a 20-minute monologue calling me a douche. He called these guys some horrible names, which we'll get to here in a little bit. He said that I kicked this Jonathan Michael out of my group on an ego trip, at some kind of power trip. I'm Mr. President of my group. The show and my group has gone to my head. I was laughing when I heard. I thought he didn't say it. There's no way he could have said that. And they, oh yeah, he did. So I thought, well, I'm not going to watch this garbage. But it bothered me because nobody likes anybody to talk about him like that. So I sat down and thought about it. In the meantime, I got a couple more people coming to me. Hey, you should have heard about what Carmine said about you. Okay. So I guess I better address this. But somebody told me he made a threat, and he said that something to the effect of, I know what he said because I've since watched the show, but he said something about, I know you're going to be upset. I know you're going to be angry or shaken or something like that. And you're going to want to reply, and that's fine. But be careful what you say back to me, because if you come at me sideways, I will take you, I will rip you up, I will mail you back in pieces, I will make you cry. And you know I can do it. And he's right. I did cry. I had tears of laughter streaming down when I heard about this.
Oh my God.
Because you don't threaten me, okay? You don't threaten me. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. But don't threaten me, okay? You don't ever threaten me, because I'll take that as a challenge. But we're going to avoid all that, because I'm just going to talk facts, okay? Let's talk about this show. Before I do, I want to make it known, and some of you may already know this because I think there's a post out there about it. I decided I was going to have Carmine on the show, or I was going to invite Carmine on the show. So last night, I sent him a message. I said, "Hey, I won't read it. I just said, hey, I heard about your show. Heard you say some things about me and my guys. I would like to extend to you." Oh, I got to back up. I was not consulted on my side of the story before this thing went live.
Like a journalist would do, right?
Well, okay, let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Carmine has been a lot of things in his past. He was a wrestling promoter. He's a political pundit, and now we're going to do the journalist thing. Let me say this: he's done the Explain America clickbait stuff. It started out pretty good, and I subscribed to it. I watched them, but it's become clickbait, and I don't want to pound that too hard. But every other week he's posting it. World War III has started, and I have yet to get in my bomb shelter. But anyway, so I said, you did not. Well, he did not consult me. I said, I'm going to extend you the opportunity you did not extend to me. I would like for you to come on my show and tell me and tell these guys the same thing you said on your show on Monday. I haven't seen the show, and I didn't. Up to that point, I hadn't seen the show. And I said, I would like for you to come to tell me and tell these guys what you said about us on the show, because, he seemed pretty adamant about it. And so he said, I'll consider it. I sent him a thumbs up, and I was prepared. I said, I'll send you a link to the show 10 minutes before the show. And so I left it at that. And so he sent me a message. I didn't see these messages until about an hour ago. He sent me a message saying that he wanted concessions. He wanted to make sure it was just me and him. He didn't want to face these guys. Oh, he also left Ben Walker out of his little rant. He wasn't part of Ben Walker. So Ben, congratulations, you did not make the list. But he wanted to just make it just him and me. He didn't want to walk into an ambush, unlike him ambushing me on my absence in my absence on Monday night, taking this kid's word for everything. The kid basically lied about everything, or his take on it slanted. But so he did that, and so I said, I would love to have you come on the show and just basically tell us what you said Monday night. Simple, right? I mean, if you feel this way, I mean, I'm a big boy. Richard's a big boy. Andy's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
I would just love to hear this. I would love to hear how I become a douche. He also added in there that we love to stir up stuff. We love to attack people on this show. And I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about people like Jason Presley. He's talking about people like Gary Sutton. He's talking about people like Vinny Carquito. Yeah, we had issues with those guys. You know why? We had Jason Presley on our show a year ago, showing off some incredible work he was doing with belts, with metal. And he got a little bit too comfortable with that and decided to tag me and some other admins in the post when he had an issue with somebody else, and decided to do that. And I messaged him. I said, take me off that tag. I don't even know anything about this situation. And he refused to do it. I unfriended him, kicked him out of my group, and went on. Never said a word. And just like clockwork, he went public and said, he kicked me out of his group. And so that's still an ongoing thing. As a matter of fact, Jason Presley commented on his live the night and accused me of racism. You guys saw that, right? And we know what he's talking about. And it's bull. It's bull.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to rehash all that. The thing with Gary Sutton, I had a relationship with Gary Sutton one time, a friendly relationship. We would talk. I knew him and Carmine didn't get along. And that's a delicate balance where you're trying to be friends with two people that hate each other. And, he would talk trash about Carmine. Carmine talked trash about him. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, Gary got mad at me for one reason or another and started making videos about me. So, yeah, I'm going to respond to that. And then Vinny Carquito, he did a series of videos attacking us and me. Ben, he attacked Ben. And for me, it's just simply because I posted a picture of me with a Trump mannequin on a vacation. I posted on a personal page, and that was what those attacks were for. So I held him to task for that. These are people who initiate attacks against us, and when people are trying to run your name down, you're going to respond to it. That's just it. So, anyway, so this morning he wanted concessions. He wanted to come on just with me. He didn't want to be here in an ambush with five guys where he can't get a word in edgewise. And let me find this thing real quick because I want to bring up something here.
I'm not putting up that comment.
Huh?
We'll get to you when we get to you.
Okay. All right. You can come on if you want to.
Doors open. I'll get off
doors
the
open.
stream. I'll go in the back if you want to come on.
Yeah, doors open.
Yeah, I'll go in the back too.
Okay.
And
So-
I'll mute out as well. I'll give you that.
I would love to hear this. So it's kind of funny. He didn't want to walk into a show where 3 or 4 people are sitting there looking at him like he offered to do to Tamaj. Yeah. So he wanted Tamaj. When Tamaj got into it with the GCB, he wanted them to come on and face him and a couple other guys.
So you do know me.
Yeah. So anyway, he since declined the offer. I made the offer. There was no intent to ambush. It was just a simple matter of, stand behind what you said. Stand behind what you said. So let me back up to the situation with Jonathan Michael. This little I'm gonna try to keep calm here. This little kid kicked him out of my group. He blocked me. That's why he was kicked out of the group. Tuesday, he unblocks me and asks to rejoin Wide World of Belts. Do you believe that? He has to be on the show, or not on the show, in the group again. So I messaged him and said, why would you want to come back into this group? He said, I want to be in this group that Kevin's in, and we don't have to get along. I'll go my way, you go your way. He said, and he told me, because I mentioned him being fragile in my PMs to him the other day. I mentioned him being fragile. Well, he said, don't be fragile. If you don't let me in, you go show how fragile you are. So here's what I did. I went ahead and let him in the group. I went ahead and let him in my group. And so as of 30, 40 minutes ago, I have since booted him back out, and that was for my pleasure. That was a power trip, because you don't sit there and try to smart ass me try to get my group. You don't, flattery will get you everywhere, but that kind of crap won't get you anywhere. So he's gone, and I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. And I'm just done with this. Okay, I've done nothing to nobody. This guy called me on a weekend. I was working on some leather. This guy called me out of the blue, wanted me to help him. I tried my best to help him. There was no bullying. I've got the screenshots of the entire conversation. Don't make me bring those out. Because they tell the truth. I did not force him to do that post. I made a suggestion. He did it. No, he didn't tell me to go after the scammer, but the scammer was basically running him down, say, hey, I did this. He refused to do that. And I said, hey, you get this information, put it up there. He didn't want to do it. Fine. I'm done. I'm out of here. If that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry. So this show, we are trying to have fun. We want to talk about the belt hobby. We want to talk about pro wrestling. We would rather not deal with this crap. We do our own show. I had other plans for the show, but when somebody sits there and calls me a douche, and calls these guys age children, and art children, and okay, Carmen will come on. We're going to hear his voice. Okay, let's hear some excerpts from his show, shall we?
We're here tonight to talk about what happened with Mark Maggard, and I'm going to talk after this gentleman talks. I have some things to say as well. I've held my tongue. It's not, look, I deal with important things and all the time. So do you, Mike. Mark Maggard doesn't really register on my radar. That being said, when things come to my attention and bullying is going on, I make that my business because I don't like bullies. So let's start here.
Okay. We've established that.
Now Mark's hammering him every day. You got to show me evidence. You got to show me this. You got to show me that. And this guy didn't want to be bothered with all this to begin with. But he starts showing Mark the evidence. And Mark is taking his side. And the guy is now going on the scammers post and saying, this is bullshit, da-da-da-da-da, whatever. They're arguing it out. Mark then talks to the scammer guy. And then at the end of it, he's like, he gets into it with Jonathan a little bit, and he's like, well, it's a he said thing, and I'm not going to get involved. Well, bro, you stirred the pot. And I'm excluding, by the way, when I say this, I want to say I'm excluding Ben Walker from this conversation. When I say that group, Ben's a great guy, so I'm picking up Ben, carrying him over here. I'm placing him aside.
Okay, Ben gets a hall pass. I skipped a video by accident, so let's get to that one.
All this happens. He says, I want to reach out to somebody. I want to talk to somebody about this that I respect in the hobby. He reaches out to Mark Maggard. Now, Mark Maggard, and you know this, Mike, was the quietest guy ever. Quietest, nicest dude in the world. Then he got this group. It's got like a few thousand members. And he's got this podcast with, there's probably more people on the show than are watching the show.
41.
and he's got his little podcast. But 3, I think there's like 5 guys on the panel. 3 don't speak, and so he's got this, and now he feels like he's got some power, and so he fancies himself now the police of the hobby. Cool, whatever, man. You do you. God bless you. 150 people watch your video. That's fantastic. If you're having fun, have a good time. That's what I say. And I have no, negative whatever about that. So Mark's like, look, man, you got to file a scammers thing and this and that. And the kid Jonathan's like, look, man, I just want some advice. I don't really want to post anything about being a scammer and all this shit. I just want this. Now again, story I'm
There's
here.
no ratings.
He's like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to post it. Mark's like, you got to post it. You got to post it. So the kid relents and he posts it.
Okay. Yeah, I suggest he do that one time. I didn't hammer that kid about doing that. I said you need to put that, and the reason why, and it's in the chat, it's in my screenshot, which I'm not gonna bring up, but I can. I told him not everybody watches my show, so if this is a scamming situation, you better to put it in the scammers group where everybody can see it. And that's what I said. That's all was done. If he wants to prove differently, I'm gonna put the burden of proof on him. But that's the case. So
stirring the pot and getting things going and being at the center of controversy and hating everybody and doing all this shit and all this other stuff. They love it. And Mark, I think, is their fearless leader. I'm not really sure. But whatever the case may be, that's what's going on there. And so he stirs the pot, Tyler? And now he doesn't want to really be involved in it. By the way, that
okay.
Stirring the pot and
wrong one.
Being at the center of controversy and hating everybody and doing all this shit and all this other stuff. They love it. And Mark, I think, is their fearless leader. I'm not really sure. But whatever the case may be, that's what's going on there. And so he stirs the pot, and now he doesn't want to really be involved in it. By the way, that...
Okay, I think I played that one twice, didn't I? I threw these together to the last sec because, like I said, it's been a hectic day. Okay, let's address that, shall we? I am no fearless leader of anything. And I've said this on the show, I don't know how many times, these guys can vouch for this. We do this show for fun. What this show is our nightly chat. And we just happen to have an audience. There's no ego trip here. We'd like to entertain. We'd like to put out information out there that we think will help people. And this is what we get. And I'm going to tell you right now, this Jonathan Michael has guaranteed that I will never, ever, ever help anybody again. Ever. Because, he took a private thing and made it public for no good reason. If his feelings are hurt, fine, go away. No, he had to go tell everybody that I bullied him, and the fact that I hurt his feelings, those are his words, that I hurt his feelings, tell me a lot about him. So let's continue.
Stirring the pot and getting things going.
Okay. Why am I? Oh, because I'm not deleting them. That's why. There we go.
But the point here is that the kid was pretty much, didn't want to get involved in it. Mark pressures the kid to look. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to get this scammer. And
okay, I already did that one. I'm sorry. No, I told him one time, and Kevin told him the same thing. In fact, Kevin told him, he said, go to your bank and file a dispute, get your money back, and put it on the scammers groups. So, I gave him the same advice. He went and done it. There was no forcing that.
He gets kicked out of Mark's mighty group. And I know for a lot of people, this would be the death knell, right? When you get kicked out of that group, it's like, oh my God, what will I do with the rest of my life? People, I swear, this is crazy. I've only seen this in the belt hobby. People take being an admin of a belt group as if they're like president of the United States, sitting there. I've heard them call themselves CEO and the boss of it. You run a fucking Facebook group. Anybody, a 5-year-old can make a group tomorrow. They're the fucking boss of the group.
Okay.
Down, Mr. President. Relax.
I wish to declare myself the commissar of BAM.
Yeah. So these people but you put them in, they get the fucking charge of a Facebook group. All of a sudden, because you know what it is, they have no power in life. There's not people hanging on their every word. They're not getting calls from important people. They're not doing important things. So now they're the head of a Facebook group, and it's like, holy shit, I am the president of this Facebook group, and I declare war. And they're going to start issuing tariffs on other groups. It's a whole thing. Anyway.
Okay. No, we don't do that. That's crap. But again, I would like to know when I was consulted, when I was asked for my side of the story. I was not asked for my side of the story. And one of his, I don't think I have it on video, but one of his little things, he said that in the scammer situation, I always take the second person side of the story. No, that's not what happened. I have to wash my hands. They were both frustrating me. I just had to get out of it. So, yeah, I'm on his radar now, apparently. That's
SOTB. Oh, scammers of the belt. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's going to be on. So I left a shit ton of groups. So before they kicked me out, I'll just leave. So I left a shit ton of groups. I'm in like a few. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't really do anything in the damn groups anyway. But because you can't sell anything anywhere, by the way, because everybody has the Friday posts now.
There's
you
a reason
can post
for that.
your sell that nobody's ever going to see. Yeah. So like selling in groups is dead.
There's a reason for that in there, Ben.
Yeah, I want to control the traffic.
Yeah.
I would much rather see posts of people doing new belt days, sharing their collections and everything, instead of seeing a bunch of sales spam.
Yeah,
I do 2 posts a week, or we do 2 posts a week. So that's more than ample, but that it's to each his own. Some groups have a separate section for buy and sell. We consider doing that, but no, we just do it the way we've been doing it for the last 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. So I got a couple more videos on here. Yeah. There's never one you can find one.
That's the story. And then Mark goes on his show. And he goes on his show and he starts running this guy's name down and bashing it. Well, I'll invite you to come on. Yeah.
No, that didn't happen. His name was never mentioned.
Hold on. Let me step in.
Okay.
You never mentioned that guy's name once.
Thank you.
This is the first week that you mentioned his name on this show.
Yeah.
So that's misinformation, man. We shouldn't do that, man.
Yeah.
Don't mislead people like that, because that's not what happened.
So let me address this thing. A journalist, there's a code of ethics and standards for journalists. And one of those involves getting all sources to tell an accurate story, right? I've known Carmine since 2019. How long has he known this Jonathan Michael? What, since July? But my story's not worth getting. My side of the story's not worth getting. We're not going to tell my side of the story. And already we got inaccuracies. We have inaccuracies. None of that ever happened. I never asked him. I asked him when he called me on that weekend. He called me. I offered him the platform of my show to come on and tell his story. And the reason why? He knows his story. I don't. So I said, I can go on and tell your story, but it'd be better if you came on, because I'll leave some stuff out. And I would. He didn't want to do that. Fine. I'll try to tell the story best I can. Can I use your name? He said, yeah. I never asked him to come on the show after that. So don't sit there and tell me I did that. And I did call him an idiot, but not on the show. I called him an idiot in the PM when he was acting like an idiot. And he's in these comments right now proving my point.
And then Mark goes on his show. And he goes on his show and he starts running this guy's name down and bashing it. Well, I'll invite you to come on. Yeah. And to a 5-on-1 ambush, you're going to invite him to come on. That seems like a pretty fair thing. So, but he's running this guy down, talking trash, calling the guy an idiot, this and that and the other. And so I got a few things to say to Mark.
Okay. Now we know what he said. Let me see if I can find the videos here. I can only upload so many, so I got to find these real quick. Where are they? Here it is. Oh, here it is, right here.
Mark commercial,
that's not the one.
So it really.
Not that one yet. Not that one yet. Hey, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's go ahead and play it. It won't let me. Oh.
It looks like if the Sweat Hogs were doing crack on Welcome Back Cotter, that would be
How
the
about you guys?
hosting panel
Mhm.
of your fucking show, and you're like the ringleader, which is worse. Because like how bad, how low on the totem pole of life is somebody that they're looking at you as the fucking leader? I don't know. But what I'm saying, and God bless, listen, that group, I could go on and on about that group. I'm not going to. I swear to you, listen to me carefully, everybody on the show, because I'm not going to watch the fucking show, but people I know do watch the show.
He's watching the show right now. Yeah. So I got a couple more. Make sure I don't play. Here we go.
Think very, very fucking carefully about what you say about me,
I
because I know
apologize
you're
for
going to have to
language.
say something when you go on. Be very careful what you say about me, because what I'm going to do, if you do that and you come at me sideways, is I'm going to come back on here either with Mike or by myself, doesn't really matter, and I'm going to take each and every person who spoke fucking apart at the knees, bit by bit, and mail you back fucking home. And you know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. So you could say some shit, but think very carefully about how far you take it. Because however far you take it, times that by 1,000. And that's what I will do to you. And I will make you cry. I swear it as I'm sitting here right now. That being said, Mark, you're a douche. You've been a douche for like 6 months. You got this power trip shit going on. And before you get mad at me, maybe take a look in the fucking mirror and think to yourself, hey, why'd I become a fucking douche? I'm in charge of a fucking belt group, and I got a little fucking podcast with the Sweat Hogs over here, and all of a sudden, I think I'm King Kamehameha. Take a fucking step back, look at yourself, and find out why you're being a douche. It's not my fault you're being a douche. It's not Mike's fault you're being a douche. It's not Jonathan who's going to be on here's fault you're being a douche. You're just being a douche. So I know you're really mad right now, and you're steaming, and you're puffing and puffing, and whatever you're doing. But stop that for a second. Take a step back and say, hey, is Carmine right? Have I actually been a fucking bullying douche in the past 6 months trying to bully people I think are beneath me? Because every time you do it, I will be back here to bitch slap you again like I'm doing right now. And now, Mike, unless you have something to say, we're going to bring Jonathan.
I feel thoroughly bitch slapped. How about you guys? I guess he got us told. And I'm gonna say something here because I think it's important. It bears repeating here that in the past, Carmine has said that if you hit me, you don't get to dictate how hard I hit you or how I hit you back. I'm hitting you back with the truth, the absolute truth, with your words, So, it's a shame when I unfriended you. I didn't block you. I left that door open, and you've got my phone number. You did. You could have called me. And said, "Hey, what's the deal?" You didn't. You've had since October, I think it was. You've had since October to call me. And simple apology for calling these guys horrible names. Art children. He called them AIDS. The AIDS. What was AIDS Society or something like that?
AIDS children, Jerry's kids, and disabled retards.
Okay. Let me show you something, Andy. You gave me permission to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Andy was one of these guys you called an AIDS child and all this stuff. This is Andy. Now I'm sorry, Andy. I'm fighting back tears right now because this upsets me. Because
it's okay.
You're a wonderful, wonderful human being.
You're not so bad yourself.
Thank you. Lane's a wonderful human being.
Mm-hmm.
Richard's a wonderful human being. These guys are the greatest guys. They would give you the shirt off their back. To help you. They come on the show. They support me because they love me. They respect me. I love them. I respect them. Ben's in that group too. Ben didn't get shot. Yeah, you're a douchebag. You guys are a show, but God bless you. God bless you. Don't do that. You're Christian. Why don't you kind of show a little bit of that? So
It was in your words, bro.
yeah, your words. I got another.
that's-
Hold on, I got another one. I'm not done yet. So I can find it. Hope I didn't play this. I numbered these, and I hope I didn't get them out of order.
Arc commercial, you know.
Art commercial. That's what it was.
So
That's not the video I was looking for. He used the word AIDS children, right? AIDS Society, Children for the AIDS Society is what he said. AIDS Society, AIDS. This is a guy that claims to interview senators. He talks like that. Carmine, you inserted yourself into a situation that had absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. You took on a cause that didn't even exist. There was no bullying going on. This kid came to me. It went south. It went south because of him. There's no power trip here. I didn't even want to involve in the situation. He came to me, and I felt like there was something there. I tried to help. It didn't work out. That's what happened. I washed my hands of it. You shouldn't have even gotten involved. This kid, his name was never mentioned. I never mentioned his name. He went off on me in the chat and blocked me. I was fine with that. He couldn't stop. He had to go to other people's inboxes, people who he thinks are friends of his, who are actually decent human beings, and they came to me saying, this guy's talking about you. I beg to differ. The video's out there. Yeah, it is. Now, what did we do to you? We have never talked about you. We don't mention you.
Don't lie on you. We heard you clearly say it, man. Mark, if you don't mind, I want to speak before I forget what I have to say.
Have at it.
I'll direct this to you, Carmine. If you think I'm afraid of you, I am not. If anything, I think you're hysterical. All right? Nothing scares me, man. I'm an inner city street kid from Brooklyn, New York. I don't take shit from nobody. And you're a piece of crap. So I'm gonna say, and your little sidekick Mike, he's always in the back like that little chihuahua. Yip, 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 yip. He needs to worry about not taking a shot and quitting his job and taking donations for Christmas and then spending it on belts and action figures. Okay? And you're so rich that you have to take on a payment plan for $1,000 because you make so much money. Okay? So just stay in your lane. We'll stay in ours, and that's it. But I am not afraid of you whatsoever. Say what you want about me. Say what you want about anything about me. But the chance you start talking about my personal friends and personal people being handicapped, then I have an issue with it. So if you want me to come at you, I'll come at you. I'm not afraid of you. Piece by piece, I'll set up right now. Damian Freeman with Celebrity Boxing. I have connections. You want to run your mouth? I'm calling you out now. I'm going to take you on in the ring. We'll go 3 rounds, and I guarantee you won't make it past the first round. You want to threaten? I'm going to tell you, I don't take threats lightly. I'm not the quiet person you think I am, okay? So you want to talk, because that's all you do is run your mouth, Carmine. So back down, be the little bitch you are, and stay in your corner. And Mike, don't ever bring my friend Gianni's name in your mouth again, because I know what you talk about too. And that's all I got to say about this. And let it be only known once that I have to get like this. And I apologize to everybody in the comment section and everybody on this camera right here. And that's all I got to say. The quietness is over. You brought the old me out.
Andy,
and I'm from Brooklyn, bro. We don't play where I'm from. You brought that inner city kid out. And this is what you get. So keep on talking about me. I don't take threats lightly, boy. Neither do we from my neighborhood. All right? I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know facts. Your threats mean nothing to me.
Andy, you want to say anything?
Yeah, you know, I've been dealing with my disability I've had since I was 33 years old.
I would swing, but you're behind the keyboard and the screen.
I have to wear.
You never leave your house.
I have to wear these on my feet every day so I don't fall. I have to walk with the crutches, what you saw in the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disabled. I can deal with it. But a disabled retard. That's all I have to say.
Bottom line is, we try to do our thing, and you guys want to come at us for no good reason. And this has been going on for over a year. And it's childish. It's childish. So, you said, do you? I've been doing me. So just stay in your lane. Go do your thing. Do your little clickbait things. Go, do your World War III predictions, all that stuff. Just do that stuff. Leave us alone. We're not doing anything to you.
There's plenty of room in the podcast hobby, bud. Do your thing. Stay in your lane. We'll stay in our lane. That's all.
You don't like the podcast? Don't watch a podcast. It's not that difficult. You want to critique it? Critique it on your own.
Unless somebody sends me clips.
And you're relegated to maybe a couple of groups in the hobby that I know of. One of them's that 300 member group. And there's a reason for that. You said it yourself. You left before you're going to be kicked out. Now, why were you going to be kicked out?
But Carmine, remember, you don't determine how hard you get hit back. Remember that? You said that live, right? I'm only stating facts, man. I'm only stating facts.
I'm not trying to take the high ground. I'm just expressing how I feel. If you don't like it, that's up to you. But you're watching the show. You're watching the show. So, you had your opportunity to come on here and tell your side. If you want to sit there and take shots in the comments, that just kind of. I want to tell you something else. In some of these other groups you're in, these few groups that you're in, take a look at the comments. Take a look at the comments. You
Jonathan,
get hit hard in the comments every time.
Me, man. You don't know me. Just back down. Stay in your corner.
See, he's proven that what I said was right.
What it is, we're one and done. After the night, we're not even going to think about you guys anymore. We're done.
No, we're done. We're done.
So keep on watching. Thanks for the views. And remember to subscribe.
But we're going to continue our show, whether you like it or not. You don't like it, don't watch. It's not that hard. Your critiques don't hurt us. You need to worry about the critiques you get in the comments on your posts. I've seen some of them, and they're not very nice. And
you're not come out of your house for me to do anything to you, and I wouldn't threaten anybody anyway, because I know what I can do. So come on, just back down.
He won't, but that's okay. That's okay.
Go write a story. Go write a new story.
We're going to do our thing, and we're not going to mention. We've never mentioned you on this show. We don't talk about it. And if I mentioned your name, it was just because something came up. Your name got mentioned. It wasn't even a controversial thing. So. I don't know where this comes from. If you're angry and hurt because I unfriended you, I get that. You could have picked up the phone. You could have sent me a message. Why'd you unfriend me? Why'd you go to Kevin and ask why I unfriended you?
Hardcore.
Yeah. No, you didn't mention names, but we know who you're talking about. But that's all I got to say about that. We got to talk about Royal Rumble.
Yep, on to something better.
Yeah. So
we're in hour 2. We're in hour 2.
Yeah, we're way past hour 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to signal, but
yeah. So there's going to be probably some trash talk somewhere. That's fine, but we're going to continue our thing. We will not approach this again.
Yeah, we got to do better in the hobby, man. We do.
We do.
All of us, man.
Yep.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
This is a hobby, not the romper room.
We all need to do better, man.
I don't want to say anything. That's it. I'm done. I'm washing my hands of it.
Especially after last summer, some of the most evil, nastiest shit was said about me and other people.
You invited me 3 times. I asked you to come to a match, celebrity boxing match.
That's all right, Richard.
Richard, just let's end it there, man.
Yeah, let's end it there.
Yeah, we don't need to keep extending this. So thanks for watching, you guys. You're welcome to stay, but we can't keep on with this conversation all night. That's not what our plan is.
No, we had other plans, but other people decided they wanted to just attack out of the blue.
Yeah.
So I wish you guys the best in your future endeavors. But it's a shame that friendships have to end because some people just want to be the way they are.
It's like high school, man.
It is. You don't call somebody friend and brother and then take shots at their friends. You just don't do that. So anyway,
I love my hobby.
So let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Before we do that, though, we got
Pay some bills.
sponsors to talk about. Yeah, we got to pay some bills. Yeah, don't forget those bills.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Built Leathering, by Ashley Southern Designs, and by Unique Championship Belts. And I want to give a special shout out to Kevin Davenport. He's watching the show tonight. He is with the Double Dropkick podcast. He does a great job on Tuesday nights. Puts out a lot of great content. He's trying to give away a belt, and I am too here in a little bit. I forgot to do that. And you can also catch him some Saturday nights when he has some great interviews lined up. He's interviewed belt makers. He's interviewed people that do interesting things with the hobby and wrestling. And so be sure to check him out. You can find him on YouTube under Double Dropkick. He also does this. Oh, Andy, by the way, our show was not put on Facebook, I don't think.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Okay.
All three groups.
Okay, thank you.
I did a little bit later, but it's there. I apologize.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's all right. That's all right. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, that portion of the show is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers in Kayfabe podcast, and they're on Apple Podcasts and on Linktree. So be sure you give them a look at or listen to. I'm sorry.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
They make the StreamYard subscription more affordable for us, so we can bring this content to you on multiple formats. And I failed to mention, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Be sure you like and subscribe the YouTube channel, Wide World of Belts YouTube channel, because we're be giving away this belt as soon as we hit 500 subscribers. Let's get ahead of ourselves. 500 subscribers. We may never make 1,000, but I would like to. But this belt is in process. This is my belt, by the way, but I ordered another set of plates identical to this. They're 4mm zinc, dual-plated, CNC by Unique Championship Belts. They will be on American leather. When I get these plates, I'll put them on my leather. They'll come with the belt tip. And we have to hit 500 subscriptions. So if you know somebody who's interested in talking about belts or maybe getting into collecting belts, the soda pop's starting to get to me.
Kevin.
Be sure you have them come to the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel and subscribe, and we greatly appreciate that. And I still have a couple of belts for sale, and I know that I know that somebody's not happy with that, but I don't care. It's my show. You don't like it, don't watch it. I'm giving away, or not giving away. I'm trying to sell. Don't give it away. I'm trying to sell a
Don't
Georgia.
say giveaway, please.
No. Don't give away. Don't give away. Don't give away. A Georgia TV Championship by Unique Championship Belts on my leather. That's selling for $275. And also, I'm trying to sell a Hogan 86 CNC dual-plated, beautiful belt by Great Custom Belts. I don't really want to sell them, but I do have some other belts coming in that I'd rather have a little bit more. And so I got to make room. So let's give these belts a home. I'm asking $300 ship for that one. They will go on the sales post tomorrow. Otherwise, you can hit me up after the show. So we greatly appreciate that. Okay, so we had the Royal Rumble this weekend, and was there anything on there that surprised you guys?
Not really. I mean,
The mystery people were pretty predictable, I think.
Except Alexa Bliss. Someone
Thanks,
mentioned her
Coleman.
in the comments.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. That was a pleasant surprise.
Because
Yeah,
there
Alexa
was
Bliss was the surprise.
there was people going around saying, "Oh, she's not going to resign," and
Yeah, contract dispute.
that probably was WWE throwing a curveball at everyone and making it seem like she wasn't going to be part of the show or anything. But it wasn't earth shattering. It wasn't out of this world, but it was cool. It's cool. Good to see her come back. Pretty decent card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People like Joe Hendry showing up.
Yeah.
We knew
He was kind of predictable, though.
That was pretty predictable. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know Cuddles went
That's
into
Cuddles' main dude.
You're right. He went into a orgasmic spasm when Joe Henry came out. So
It's pretty cool though to see the TNA title come out with him too.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Jordan Grace did it the last.
I thought Jordan looked really good.
Yeah. I like to see her in a tag team with that other Ivy Nile.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
With those.
Oh yeah.
And
I'd like to see that.
she's official WWE property now. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
They've been flirting with her for the last year and a half.
Oh yeah,
so,
they've been just waiting to get her. So yeah.
You cheer for Joe Hendry.
You did more than cheer. You probably jumped out of your chair, did
Oh,
a
yeah.
backflip.
Mark was doing the Hercules. Hercules.
Right.
Yeah.
You start twerking and all kind of other stuff.
I'm still mourning for Maxine Dupree getting engaged.
Oh, I know.
You'll be all right.
She looked pretty good in there too.
It won't last.
Yeah.
Those wrestlers don't stay married.
I quit tapping my foot. I'm shaking the camera. Yeah, they're both hot. Yeah, I can't argue there.
I tell you, somebody that looked good was Trish Stratus.
She sure did.
She didn't look like the last few times she was on and she did that little run.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like a little old lady. She put her wrestling weight back on.
Mm-hmm.
She actually looked a lot better. Looked like she looked healthier. She didn't look all skinny and malnourished. That's how I saw her the last few times we saw her, but she thickened back up. She looked good. She looked good.
You know who I was surprised not to see was Michelle McCool, because she's usually in almost all of them.
Yeah.
She wasn't in this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her and Taker both didn't show. Wasn't at WrestleMania this year.
The one that surprised me the most about not showing up, I thought sure Becky was going to be there. I really did.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
Other than Charlotte, no, they had it laid out for her to win it.
And then supposedly Shotzi's spot was taken by Nikki Bella. Shotzi was all out and ready to go, but they gave it to Nikki Bella.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Laverne, they already got divorced.
Yeah, they're divorced.
Yeah.
So
as of October, I believe. In October.
Yeah. Oh.
And I want to get this in here before the show ends because I won't forget this. But Michael Hayes and Brock Lesnar have been added to the Janelle Grant lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been removed from the 2K game. He will not be in this year's 2K game.
And you kind of already knew something was up with Michael Hayes because all of a sudden they pulled him. Yeah,
take time off. Yeah,
and
that doesn't surprise me because he lived that lifestyle, the party lifestyle.
Oh yeah,
he was never actually known as a ladies' man. He was more of a party guy. So
yeah.
So Andrea.
Hey Andrea.
Yeah.
The best splits.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Right. Yeah. There you go. That's the number one requirement.
Gotta have
that Netflix. Right.
Yeah. There you go, Laverne.
Yeah.
They were split and then they got back together. They did were back together for a little bit.
But they couldn't work it out, I guess, and that's a shame. But there's a lot of speculation, or if you can call it that she's had some work done on her face, which she didn't need.
No, she doesn't.
But, she has it. So
yeah.
So I'm trying to get my energy back, guys. I'm trying to get my anyway.
Breathe in.
I'm good to go.
Breathe out.
I'm good to go.
That did not bring me any pleasure at all.
No,
it was painful.
Like I said, I apologize to you guys if I was a little out of line, but I had to let it out.
You didn't breathe like you said you're going to.
No,
you forgot to breathe.
I started boiling up. I thought I was about to jump in the path and no.
Ben, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Kevin, Nick, you guys out there.
Kevin Owens apparently got legit hurt against Cody.
He took
the way he ate that ladder.
He was stuck in the ladder. I thought, man, how bad is he really hurt? I mean,
next to being thrown off the rafters, that was the most brutal. I thought he broke his neck. I thought he was laying there. He was dead.
He went head first in there.
Brutal.
Because when he went up to them, the two refs went up to him and the medical guys, they went like this.
Yeah.
I thought right then and there he was dead.
I thought sure he was hurt bad. The way he was in that ladder.
That was brutal. I also heard Cody was.
Myrna is time. Myrna is time. It's time, Myrna.
Cody was
severely injured.
I got to learn before I click on those.
He was severely
so
hurt.
Cody's still the champion. He's got both belts. He's got the Winged Eagle. And I hope that's not the end of the Winged Eagle. I hope they keep that out more.
Will they merge the two belts, or is it too soon?
Who knows?
That belt's been floating out for over a month.
Could they bring out the new version with the logo in the middle?
Will we see something possibly tomorrow? Cody with two belts. I mean,
That'd be cool though.
I think.
Yeah, I agree with about that. Everybody that talks about the gorilla position.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that gorilla position. Oof.
Yeah, that's the place to be. That's like the pilot's chair.
When Kevin Owens walked to the back, he collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Was it on Monday Night Raw?
McDonough.
Yeah, McDonough punctured lung and concussion.
Oh,
and
yeah, he got folded like a cheap suit.
Yeah, broken ribs, punctured lung. Yeah,
he got folded like a cheap suit against that announcer's table. It didn't collapse like it normally does.
No, it did not. No give at all.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
That thing, he bounced off of there like a ball bouncing off the wall.
This is why I hate modern wrestling, because of stuff like this. I mean, it's unnecessary. I mean, wrestling by nature, you're going to get hurt, but this is just begging to be hurt. You know, I'm surprised it didn't happen more often. So it's just.
Yeah, that was brutal. Also, the men's men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I can't say I was surprised at all because I wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was a great match, really good match. The women's battle royal was really good too. The only disappointment of the night, I would have to say, was the tag team match for me. That was the disappointment of the night. I kind of felt like
it was unnecessary, to be truthful. I mean,
to me, it was a pee break.
Yeah.
It didn't belong on the card.
Yeah, everything else was great. Why did that have to be on? It didn't.
Machine guns are good. DIY is good, but it just didn't fit for the Rumble.
They basically didn't have a spot for them in the Royal Rumble, so they made that match. I guess that's what I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
To make sure, because most Motor City Machine Guns, they're featuring them on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to get them on there somehow.
Yeah.
Nah, not tonight, Antonio. Or not in the match neither. Actually, we almost did with the women. Who was it? Was it one of the girls from NXT? Her top of her neck part.
Oh yeah,
fell off.
Lyra.
Lyra caught it just in time.
Just in time, yeah, barely.
But all in all, like I said, other than the tag team match, it was good.
I enjoyed the show. I really did.
Yeah. The tag team match was kind of boring.
Boring, yes.
Yeah.
You didn't need to make it 2 out of 3 falls, but
it was
they
like
were trying
spot filler.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. They was filling the spot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, I tell you, the funniest spot of the night though was when Braun Breaker
hit that guy Speed.
Yeah, Spirit Speed.
Yeah, Speed. He nailed
yeah.
I mean,
he got folded in half. Yeah, he got folded in half too.
He got cut in half.
Yeah. I thought YouTube guys are supposed to be fast.
I'm still laughing every time I see that clip because you can see Braun go full steam.
Yeah, he nailed
it. He hit them ropes, man.
He built up.
Did you guys
hit them ropes? I was like,
he got freight trained.
Did you guys hear the backstory to that? The backstory to that was what's his name? The brothers. There's Jake and who was the other one? The wrestling guy? His brother?
Oh, Paul. Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. He told him how to take the spear and he didn't listen. He told him what to do exactly when he gets hit with Braun Breaker's spear.
He probably still unwrapping his ribs
and everything. From what I heard, he's still on crutches.
Wow.
What's up, David?
The way Braun hit him, yeah. Even a trained wrestler would have took that spear, would have been hurt.
Yeah. He folded him like a Walmart folding table.
Yeah,
He nailed him.
Every time I see that clip come up on the reels, I start laughing.
That dude comes running to me. I'm laying on the ground.
It's funny to me. That Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah.
When she put what's her name, big girl up on the shoulders.
Piper. When she put Piper on her shoulders.
Piper on her shoulders. Mm-hmm. Man, hit that the rolling death DVD.
I'd hate to be Jonathan Gresham in an argument.
Right. Well, you would tell her to pick on somebody her own side because she's about a foot taller than him. Little guy.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
His new ring name's gonna be Whiplash.
Right.
Oh, geez. That's his ring name. His ring name is Whiplash.
And then picked him up, threw him to Otis, and then Otis razor's edges him on the announce table.
Yep.
Yeah. Me neither, Mark. Me neither.
Yeah,
Wow.
Piper's a big girl, big girl.
She's pretty, but yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah. No, she moves well in the ring for her size.
She does.
I just for some reason can't get past that accent.
Yeah.
I like the accent. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like the accent.
No, I like Stephanie Vakir's accent.
Valkyria, yep.
Yeah, I like her accent.
Julia's not bad herself, though.
Yeah. Julia, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I like the Stephanie's accent. You just got
Big bitch.
sound to it. Man, big girl. Should have had her and Nia go at it.
Oh, crap.
Nia with the 9 eliminations.
Yeah.
I mean, she eliminated like 5 of them at one time.
Nothing wrong with big girls at all.
All I know is
No,
when
man.
Nia Jax comes out and her hair's like really out there,
man.
Yeah, what
it's
was
like
yeah, what was
fluffed
Julia-
out. She looks like she has a lion's mane, man.
Yeah.
She's ready to rumble.
The night's not over, Antonio.
Nia brought out the Vaseline and the razors. She was ready.
Damn, I forgot to play a video. Well, no, I didn't. He didn't come on, so I had to. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. I won't go back to that. But I had a video prepared as
How
for an
many
entrance.
girls did she eliminate? Was it like 5 at one time?
5. She had 9 total eliminations.
Yeah. And she was on the cart driving back and she was flipping all the fans off. I seen that the next day.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video where she was talking about Bailey's butt
Yeah.
and the guy played it back for her?
for
She
Bailey.
call her, what she call her?
Yeah.
BBL Bailey or something like
She's
that.
She's
like,
proud
Bailey,
of that.
You got a
She's proud of that
BBL.
butt. Yeah, she's
She's like,
proud of
no,
that
I'm
butt.
from. She goes, what'd she say? She's from the Bay Area. She goes, it's all Bay Area.
Well, Bailey's proud of that butt, though.
Yeah.
Hey,
A lot to be proud of.
Yeah. We talked about AEW Dynamite last week, right? And I told you that a guy from my hometown was there. He sat across from Moose. He's at home here now. He lives in northern Oklahoma, but he's here at his mother, visiting his mother. He's got the flu now. He's in bed with the flu. He's got a high fever. So, Moose, that's on you.
wishing you a speedy recovery, whoever
Wish
you
you speedy
are.
recovery. Yeah, his name
Moose
is
got,
Randy.
Moose got a lot of camera time, didn't he?
He did. He did.
did.
It was great because, Moose is usually pretty quiet. He's pretty kind of reserved, but he was just there going, "Hey, yeah." I mean, he was very animated. I've never seen that before. It's hilarious. But my friend's name is Randy, so he's probably not watching the show, but want to wish him the best of health.
Yeah, best of health, Randy. Yeah. Guys, I want to say for once, I watched Dynamite and I liked it. I actually liked this week's Dynamite.
I'll have to go back and watch it. I got it DVR'd.
The
I
Tony
gotta give him
Storm.
props. Tony Storm was the highlight.
When she wore. Ooh.
But the opening scene when Jay White was walking up the walkway and the guy was interviewing him, and out comes Moxley and his guys, and behind them was FTR, Cope, and somebody else. So he's counting them 1, 2, 3, 4, and pretending like he's gonna run. And they attacked him from behind, and all hell broke loose.
I
I
don't
said
get
somebody
trying to-
else wrote that. I don't think Tony Khan wrote that opening.
No,
scene.
he didn't look in his coloring book this week.
What's up, Dennis?
what they're doing with Moxley still makes no sense.
How's it going, Dennis?
Hello, Dennis. He's got a belt that I really did for him. He's got that
Dennis,
dome globe.
what's up? What's up, Dennis?
Awesome.
It's like mine, but it's a shiny version. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so he got his belt. I shipped his 2 days after I shipped Wade's. His got stuck in the mail for about a week, but he finally got it. And Wade's still waiting on his. But I'm gonna have to hit up the post office tomorrow and ask him.
It was
what's up.
actually pretty good. The show was all in all, it was pretty good. I mean, yes, Tony Storm was the highlight,
Nothing wrong with that.
and she does have enough to back it up. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
great
what I
in
hear.
the past. There's no reason they can't again. You know.
Okay, they say there's no such thing as dumb question.
Is the sky blue?
Not that I'm trying to say anything, but
Is an apple red? A red apple?
yeah.
Have you ever seen a reindeer live? Or have you ever seen $1 million in person?
Yeah, I have. I've held $1 million. I used to
Then
work at a
it's
bank
true.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should have said DiMaggio. Maybe I should have said DiMaggio. Man.
Oh man.
What can we talk about now? I'm totally off my game tonight. That threw me off my game.
I did watch NXT also today. As you guys know, I wasn't feeling good today. I stayed home to relax. Other than my little thing earlier. Watch NXT. I like what's going on in NXT.
He had a big return last Tuesday night. Fandango.
Yes, but he wasn't called Fandango. What was the name? Joe.
They used to, part of it was his real name, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he was using his real name.
Yeah.
Wasn't they calling him Dirty Dango at one time?
Dango, but they were calling him for a while. Are they calling him that too? Dirty Dango?
No, he's going to challenge Pillman Jr. for the cup next week.
I'm sorry, Lexus King.
Lexus King, excuse me.
Who I asked the
What's up, Kevy?
Hey, Kevy, what's up?
Oh, are you late?
I'm going to tell you, I am a fan of the NXT champion. That dude is stacked and jacked.
Oh, Bafemi?
Yeah.
Bafemi?
He's a big
man.
dude.
I am a Bafemi fan. That dude is huge.
Big dude.
Mm-hmm. He is huge.
Yeah. Ben's got his get out of jail free card. He's going to use it and go off camera.
He's probably talking to his wife.
Yeah.
She's sitting in the corner, you know.
And the women's champion in NXT, she's pretty good. She's hot looking too.
That's Julia, isn't it?
I believe so.
Oh, hello, Scott. Sorry, I didn't say hello.
Oh, and we forgot to say Roxanne Perez showed up in the women's rumble also.
And she did really
well.
That's
right,
too.
yeah.
And she did really good. She was one of the ones that was in there the longest, right?
She was only like 23 years old, I think. Or she's really
Yeah, she's real young.
What made me laugh about the women's rumble is it all started with women that could barely reach the top of the rope with their head. That was the funniest thing. I'm like, they're lucky if their head touches the top rope.
Yeah.
I'm ready to chat here, guys. I'm sorry.
And I love the aerial views with the drones.
I do too.
I love it in the arena and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that.
And I'm hearing that they're going to do it in the game too.
Wow.
That they're going to have it in the game too. I'm getting the Bloodline version for sure. There's only going to be one hard copy and 2 downloads. The Undertaker one and the Bloodline one are only going to be downloads. So the basic copy is going to be the one you buy.
How old is Nikki Bella?
Let me see.
How's her sister?
Oh, geez.
Let me see. I think.
Dumb question. Oh man.
She's 41.
She's 41.
Okay.
And looks damn good.
I've got a confession to make, guys.
Uh-oh.
You can look, but you can't touch.
No, let me find this real quick. I got to delete this picture because I didn't use it.
I'm glad she's single, though. I mean, I'm not, but I'm glad she's single.
I got to throw all this crap on my. Oh, I don't
Two
have
wrestlers. 2 wrestlers, 1 cup. Look at Jason.
I've got a confession to make. I don't have a picture to go with it, but I ordered another set of plates.
Oh Jesus!
My
it's like my wife.
Complete.
I need intervention.
My collection's complete. Hey, if you're gonna say that around me, just don't say it around me.
It's like my wife said last night.
Is never complete.
Everybody says that.
That's everybody.
It's his fault.
Right. It's everybody.
This guy got it. He does his own leather. He ordered a AWA tag, the Rockers version.
Wow.
and it turned out so beautiful. He had the painted areas, the gold painted areas. he had him gold plated instead, and he showed me the pictures. I was like, oh my god. So guess what I did?
Uh-oh.
I don't need it. I don't know. So I may have another belt for sale.
An easy trade-off, Mark.
To make room for this.
It's never complete.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, speaking
Yeah,
of belts, I'm gonna have the Wing Eagle that I've always wanted in my possession soon.
Sweet.
It's great.
The way I wanted it, the dimensions I wanted it. I didn't want it.
There's been a slight delay in that, Mark.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm psyched. I'm psyched. Shout out to CJ Smith. I'm going to be shipping him a belt tomorrow. Great guy in the hobby. Reached out to me today. Matter of fact, I want to thank you for reaching out to me to check on me.
Yeah, CJ Smith's a great guy. Great guy.
I'll have that out first thing in the morning when I wake up because it is my day off.
CJ has his own group. It's the Northern Michigan Wrestling Society.
Mm-hmm.
That's another great group. Join that group. Get his numbers up. He puts out a lot of great content.
Man. Support the hobby, man.
Yeah,
he's a dog guy like me.
Is he? I know that.
Yeah,
he also
he's a dog guy like
he also
me.
has a taco truck, doesn't he?
I think him and his wife have a little business together, which is cool, man. I mean, every time I see the menu he posted up, I get hungry, man. You know me and Spanish food and Mexican food, no matter what it is, Latin food all together. I could eat some.
He promised me some tamales a few years ago. I'm still waiting.
Just a little hint, CJ. March 6th is my birthday, so I'll take a fresh batch of tamales.
I know it ain't tamale season.
Just put it out there, man.
He's got a Facebook page called El Vato Taco.
Yes.
I think it's his business page.
Just the name makes me hungry.
Yeah, it does me too. Yeah.
Me too.
Makes me crave chips and salsa.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. I'm a little embarrassed. I got a little emotional. I didn't know I was going to get emotional.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That was bad. The dog food one with what was that with Baron Corbin? Yeah, that was when they tied him to the post. They dumped the dog food all over.
Yeah, all that
him.
dog food.
Yeah.
I think Roman got some of it too at first, didn't he? Back.
Hey, Mark, I want you to do something, okay? You turn 50 on July 29th. On July 28th, I want you to go skydiving. Because I went skydiving the day before my 50th birthday. You will love it.
Don't throw that challenge. No.
I can just picture Laverty. He'll be like a flying squirrel.
Skydiving. I want to see the video.
He'll be like a flying squirrel.
I know you guys have seen the video of my skydive.
Yeah.
Have I put it on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
It's not as good as when they're cooking steaks behind you.
Laverty don't go skydiving. Laverty don't go skydiving. Skydiving goes Laverty.
Oh, come on,
Laverty's like, hell no.
Come on, Laverty. You can.
It will be the most terrifying thrill you'll ever experience. I can promise
I'm not jumping on no perfectly good airplane.
I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm turning 50 next month, and I cannot do that.
Dang, you old.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, go indoor skydiving. You know about that?
I'll do that. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
I want to do that too. It's on my bucket list. It's not as exciting, but it's fun.
But
I can tell you, I played it off real cool, but inside, as I was going up in that plane, they had put that camera in my face. They go, "How you feeling?" I'm doing great. And inside I was going, "Get me out of here!"
Right.
Land this damn plane.
You got to be honest with me. Did you open your eyes when you were in the air?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I couldn't. I'd pass out. That's my only fear is heights.
I screwed up because I hired a second cameraman to film us from a distance to get the far shot, which is great. But what it did, it took away from my experience because as soon as we jumped out of the plane, I could see we were above some clouds. There was a hole in the clouds, and I could see it coming up to me. And then that other guy, the other cameraman, came over and grabbed my hand. I had to look at him. I missed the whole experience.
Oh, Mark's like, "Let go of my hand, damn it."
No, it was cool, but I realized as soon as he pulled the thing, I was like, "Oh, it's over already." So, 10,000 feet goes by pretty fast.
All I know with doing stuff like that, it reminds me of the cartoon with the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck when he pulls the cord and the silverware comes out.
Yeah, and the funniest part of the whole deal was when I got in there, they had me sign all this paperwork, 4 or 5 pages. I had to initial each one saying, "You can't sue us for this. You can't sue us for that. You can't sue anybody who owns the airplane, runs the airport." any mechanics that work on the airplane. Nobody I could sue, or my family if I die. And so I asked about another place in northern Oklahoma. I had a girl that fell out of her harness at 8,000 feet and died. That happened like a month before I did my jump. And I said, well, what's going to happen with her? Oh, there's going to be a lawsuit over that. No, she signed the same paperwork I did. But, okay. You missed out. But anyway, they put this name tag on me. Those little stick-on tags you put on a magic marker. Hi, my name is so-and-so. They put one of those on me. I was the only one in the airplane.
Did it have your birthday, your social security number, and everything?
Well, I'm pretty much convinced that when they put that on me, that was so if for some reason the chute fails and I hit the ground, they can identify my body. But these guys were hilarious. They're competition jumpers. When they come out, they pop the canopy, they come down, they swoop their feet in the water and go between cones and stuff like that. They were. Was it like in the movie where they told you to put your foot on the thing that's right out the door?
There's a step right above the wheel. You jump? Oh, okay.
There's a step right above the wheel.
So did you have to step out on there first?
Yeah, I put a picture of it before I jumped. Actually, there's one other guy in there. He jumped by himself. I was attached to an instructor. Wow. But he told me, he said, now we're going to scoot to the side of the door and I'm going to hook you up. And then I want you to lean back, and then I'll give you 1, 2, 3. We'll go out. Well, as soon as I looked down and saw that runway down there 2 miles below me, I was like, what the? And out we went.
No time to think.
No. And we did a backwards flip, a gainer. And I thought I screwed up by not putting my head back. And he said, no, I always do a gainer. I said, well, you could have told me. But once we got leveled out, because we were falling down, sitting, and somehow we flipped over and ended on our stomachs. It was fine after that. But the one thing that wasn't great was when he popped the canopy, we're floating around, and he said, you want to see something real cool? So yeah, he said, grab this thing here and pull it down. And I did. We started doing a barrel roll. And I loved it, but I was about to throw up.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And I thought it was never going to stop. He finally stopped, and he had a GoPro on his wrist. He held up here. He said, all right, smile for the camera. We smiled for the longest time. It's in the video. We were supposed to, well, I thought we would land on our feet. We didn't.
That's what I was going to ask you. How was the landing?
It wasn't bad, but what happened was they had us land on our butts. We slid across the grass between the runway and the taxiway, which was fine, but they had just cut the grass, and the grass clippings flew up and hit me in the mouth. And he's the second skydiver, the camera, had already landed and shot me, sliding right into him. So I'm spitting.
My question is, did you leave any brown tracks?
Okay, I was going to tell you about that.
Oh, no.
My wife saw the landing, and she said, you're probably going to have a green grass stain on your butt. I said, well, hopefully it'll cover up that big brown spot that was there before. So,
oh, man.
No, I did not. Maybe next week I'll show that video again.
Right. I ain't jumping on no plane.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
And when I was in the Army, I had considered going airborne, and I thought about it, and then I started seeing all the old infantry guys walking around, limping and stuff. I was like, nah, not going airborne.
Yeah.
Cool patch to have, because it has the AA patch and the combat patch.
Yeah.
Nah, not.
God bless you guys. You guys can keep that. I'm good with my feet on the ground.
All right.
Mine was a little bit bigger than that. I think mine was 4x4, but still. You look down there, and all you see is a runway way, way down there. What the hell? Out we go!
Mark's like, I can see my house from here.
Well, I thought, we're out of the plane. I might as well enjoy it now. This is how it ends. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. My wife won't let me. She said that
video.
Well, take her up with you, Mark.
Does that video have sound?
Yeah. No, there's music.
I ain't getting on no plane, Hannibal.
And I didn't do like Murr on Impractical Jokers.
No, I can hear Mark going down. Holy!
Yeah. Oh, it's a long way down.
Then all of a sudden you see.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I want to do it again. My wife said, no, sir, you're not doing that ever again. She said, you about gave me a heart attack. I can't go through that again.
I'd pass out. My wife would kill me before I hit the ground.
Yeah. No, Jim, I'm done. I can't do it. I already decided which belt I want to sell to make room for this one. You want to hear which one it is?
Oh, let's
Sure.
hear it.
Dumb glow.
Nope. Nice try. No, I'm gonna sell my my red NWA TV.
Okay.
I've got 2 NWA TVs. I don't need 2 of them. It's a beautiful belt, but I think I'd rather have the AWA tag. I don't want the same.
I know who would want that, Mark. If you reach out to him and see if he's interested.
Tell me after the show.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait to sell it till I get these other
Yeah.
places and get them on leather. But I need the room. I'm already selling that one.
I definitely want to do the inside skydiving thing. I've always wanted to try that.
I'd love to do that, Scott. Jump out, do free. What do they call it? Not free basing, base jumping.
I hope not free basing.
Free basing. What are you doing here?
No, there's a place in Switzerland. There's a little village in Switzerland that's surrounded by cliffs. They're, half a mile high, and there you have a platform that goes out over this thing, and they jump and they do wingsuits, and also I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I can't remember the name of that little village. It's Lauterbrunnen in the Switzerland.
Yeah, that Florida belt. Brody loves that belt.
Faux pas. That's a faux pas.
Faux pas.
I have to edit that out of the show.
Faux pas.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't
I do
do
too,
drugs.
but you're not getting it. Yeah, don't do drugs. Just say no. Mark, I like it too. It's not for sale.
Just say no.
Yeah.
He's got a nice TV belt available.
I'll tell you what, there's a trampoline park about 5 minutes away from my house that just opened.
Is?
I'm almost tempted to go to that, but I'm afraid to break my leg, man. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Now, this guy's crazy. He's been on those buildings, the girders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay,
He's
you
crazy.
can keep that. I have another buddy from New York that's a steel worker. I don't know how you guys can do that. I don't. I give you guys props.
Kevin, there's something you need to know about me. I've always had an adventurous nature, and I love to do things that could get me killed. I ride a motorcycle. I've been skydiving. I've been scuba diving. In fact, I'm trying to sell my scuba diving equipment because
he fights crime at night.
He's actually Batman, and he shaves his legs too.
Mm-hmm.
He shaves his legs. He wears a red blazer.
I would base jump in a heartbeat.
Now, what is base jumping?
It's where you jump off of a tower, off of a cliff, off of a building.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Base, BASE stands for buildings, aerials, structures, and something else. The E stands for something.
I'm about 200 pounds, Nick. Yeah. So
I wouldn't do wingsuit stuff. I couldn't do wingsuit. That scares me.
It looks cool.
It does. It looks like fun, but
I like when they go through the canyons and they're floating through the canyons and stuff.
That's what scares me. That's what scared. I saw that one guy, Jeb Corliss. He caught his leg on one of those rocks and about died. He went tumbling down the.
I just see the scene from Star Wars when the battleship hits the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
And I believe it's Red Bull is sponsoring guys that do that. I've watched it a couple of times. And Jesus.
Yeah, I'm getting to the age where I need to quit trying to tempt fate. But I just. Trampoline parks are kind of fun. We got one in Lawton, which is about an hour from here, and I about broke my shin one time on.
That's what I'm afraid of, busting my leg, because you can bust your leg just coming from off a step stool.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I worry about.
Yeah, I almost broke a leg watching Royal Rumble.
Wow,
that's because he ran to the TV when Maxine Dupree came out.
Yeah,
he tripped over his end table.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch the Royal Rumble. I've just watched some highlights. I don't subscribe to whatever is it Peacock? I don't have
Netflix. Oh yeah, Peacock.
Yeah,
the pay-per-view PPL, excuse me, are on Peacock.
Yeah. You have to. You have to love high stuff.
You can keep that, brother.
And I work in Heights, and I do not like it.
I live vicariously through you for Heights, Jay.
This is gonna sound strange to you guys, but when I was younger, we could go to like Six Flags over Texas. They got the big oil well tower there. You can go up on top of it, go to the edge, look around. Last time I went up there, I was a little scared to do that. I get a little skittish on ladders, but jump out of a plane? Oh hell yeah, I'm all about that.
Right. I'll tell you a funny story real quick. I was up in Virginia, and my sister took me to Busch Gardens. This was years ago.
Yeah.
So my nephew and my niece, they were really young. and they're egging me on to go on roller coasters because they know I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Come on, Uncle. It just goes up and down. It just goes up and down. You'll love it. You'll be fine. I get on this thing. You're sitting there like this. And as we get up, the floor drops. And I'm like, and you're just sitting there. And it goes like this. And it goes like that. I was like, I got off. I said, oh, it just goes like this, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, I would do it again in a heartbeat. But she, out of respect for my wife, I won't do it again. I was going to do it again, not tell her, but they shut down after.
No.
Yeah. I was trying to, in order to do it by yourself, you have to do a series of like 5 or 6 jumps, and you have to progressively cut that strap with your instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do it, but 1, it's expensive, and 2, I just, she don't want me doing it. And if I got killed doing something, she'd know about it. Yeah, she would kill me.
Mark, if you don't have a final thought,
yeah,
I have a final thought.
Okay, well, we got 5 minutes left. You want to do it? You want to do it now?
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Brady.
So I did drop the free belt giveaway off. The winner actually lived 10 minutes away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I met him, and come to find out, he's the guy, if some of you guys have seen Dustin King working with a guy that does this charity. It's called TAPS. So it's for military dependents. It's an assistant program for families who have lost service members. So there's the website for it. And it was Jay Hufford. That was the guy that won the event. And so I met him, had a good conversation with him. Really cool guy, retired military.
Congratulations.
And so
Jay.
again, TAPS. That's the name of the program that he volunteers for. And it allows military families.
We need to try to get him on the show sometime.
Yeah. And have him talk about it more.
Mm-hmm.
But he gave me this card, and I told him I'd share it on there. And yeah, maybe we'll have to talk to him and have him come on here and share his experience. He gives away championship belts. So the belt that I gave him, I did the giveaway for. He's going to give it away to a kid.
Oh,
nice.
That's
what it's all about.
It's paying for it. It's paying for it. So
exactly.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, that's it. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick.
Awesome.
But thank you,
guys.
Jay. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Jay.
If you're watching.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Richard, you want to go full screen to this? You want to just do it like this?
No, leave it like this. On a serious note, guys, I had a childhood friend's mother today at 10:36 this morning. She lost her mother. Her mother had succumbed to her illness and passed on. And I just want to, I know she probably won't see this, but saying it makes me feel good. Sending prayers and love to Mercedes and her family with the loss of her mother. I met the mother. She was a wonderful lady, wonderful family. I've grown up with them. They live right down the street from me. The lady fought to her very last breath. And today God earned another angel, and my prayers, love, positive thoughts, and vibes are out to the family. We love you guys. And just another note is, guys, live every day like it's your last day, because you don't know when your day is going to come. When it's your time, he's going to call you, and it's going to be your time to go. So cherish this moment on earth, cherish your family, cherish your friends, and live every day like it's your very last moment on the earth.
All of us are one new belt day away from the grave.
Oh, way to look at it, Mark.
Yeah. Won it in the giveaway. I didn't make light of that situation, but you said you never know when your time has come. Yeah, as soon as you get that new belt, you're dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. We're losing a lot of people. There's a lot of death. Seems like the death rates are increasing. It's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
that's two good people in my life that I've lost in the last 2 months.
Yeah. I want to say one more thing before we the earlier topic, I told these guys before, I think right about the end of the year, that you guys know what we've talked about. We've had some issues with the people who came at us, and I told these guys, I said, let's go into this year going back to the basics, having fun with the show. Let's talk about the hobby. Let's talk about the belts, and then this comes up, but let's try to be better. Let's be better. And I'm not just talking about the other side. I'm talking about all of us. We can all be better.
Like Ben says, let's leave it better than we found it.
Absolutely. But if there's something on the show that you think we could do better, or maybe we could add to, my inbox is open. If we could do it, I'd like to do it.
All of our inboxes are open.
Yeah, we have a great viewership. Despite what some people may say, we have a great viewership, and we don't do this for the views. But I do appreciate the views. I mean, we had a record number of viewers tonight. Well, we all know why, but that means a lot because I get a lot of positive feedback from most of you guys. The guys that reach out to me are always complimentary of the show. I greatly appreciate that. We thank you so much for that. But if there's something you'd like to see us do differently, or maybe something we could add to the show, take away from the show, let us know. I'm open for suggestions. I want to make this show's for you guys.
Yeah,
we do this for fun. This is our nightly chat with an audience. You guys
appreciate you getting with us every week. We
do.
You guys too.
we greatly appreciate your support. It's very valuable. That means more to me than anything.
Exactly.
And if I can, and I know most of you, or a lot of you, if I can help you in any way, I'd like to do that. It's just people I'm not going to help anybody else that comes to me that I don't know. I'm just not going to do that. But we do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being loyal and being here every week with us. I know some of you can't be here every night, but we do appreciate when you can. And I do appreciate getting chewed out when we don't have the show.
They set us straight, Mark.
They do, yeah. How dare you take Christmas off? But we do appreciate you allowing us to invade 2 hours of your time.
Thank you, Scott.
Antonio, I think after tonight, everybody's going to know me.
Yeah. So with that, I want to thank my co-hosts for their support and being here with me tonight and being by my side during this whole thing. I mean, we're in this together. So,
Yep.
So on behalf of Ben, on behalf of Andy, and on behalf of Richard, I want to thank you very, very much for joining us. We will be back next week with hopefully a really good show. So good night, everybody. Have a good week.
Good night.